Well, hello everybody, I have here a new review for you. We got here today the Preaching Bible by Thomas Nelson in the New King James Version of the Bible, and it's a very nice edition for not just preaching but actually teaching, reading, studying, I believe. And I'm gonna show you in a second. This is the box that it came in, very nice box, as you can see right here. Okay, it's in black premium calfskin leather, and is using their new comfort print that is a very lovely and readable font. I'm just gonna put it there for you so you can read and check the details yourself. Okay, now I know the price here is saying that's $139.99, but you will be able to get this Bible for a lot less money. In fact, I'm looking at the website here in bookdepository.com, and it is right now at 68.82 euros if you are in Europe, but it would be around that much also in dollars. Now that's a clamshell. Okay, lovely, sturdy box. So let's take a look at this Bible. Here we have the Bible itself in a very pebbly and soft calfskin. So here's the Bible itself, and you can see it has a very nice grainy leather. It is soft. Okay, this is what we call edge-lined cover. As you can see, this is tapped into the text block. Now this is not leather, this is synthetic liner. Okay, but it is flexible, as you can see right here. Right, this is calfskin though. This is calfskin, and the spine comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 printed or stamped ribs on the spine. Holy Bible, the Nkjv logo, and Thomas Nelson. Right, very simple, very nice, cleaned, and as you can see here, is rounded spine. I love this. It's not just plain flat; it's rounded, which is something that we all love. Now it comes with a gold gilding. Now this copy came with a bit of a dent there. You can see here there's a bit of dent, but that's okay. The gold is lovely, as you can see right here. It comes with 3 ribbons in light blue, dark red, and black. Unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know, they forgot to cut this, or what's up with this situation? What's going on with this? I don't know. It's like they forgot to finish the cut here. That's nothing major. I can trim it myself, but don't know what happened there. These ribbons are one-sided satin, which means one side is kind of rough, the other side is smooth. And what else? Oh, look at this. It's actually perimeter stitched. All around the perimeter, you can see it's all stitched, and not only is glued, but it gives this a lot of support and strength to the cover for years of usage. So let's open this up. We got here the presentation page of the Preaching Bible. Okay, we have first page, Holy Bible, Thomas Nelson. And here we have that this is the New King James Preaching Bible by Thomas Nelson, 2018. The text is a 1982 text of the New King James, and this is indeed printed in China. Now don't let that fool you, because this is an excellent print and is an excellent paper. Alright, I just want to mention that this is a verse by verse layout, and it uses the high contrast paper, as you can see right here. Let me show you. This is the preface. Here we go. This is the Old Testament, first page, And here in Genesis we got an amazing font. It's an 11.5 point print size of a very readable New King James comfort print font. As you can see, we got in a verse by verse layout, 2-column text, and it has this blue highlights on the verse numbers and headings and book names as well. And down the bottom, when we got the full references and notes by the translators, highlighting also the chapter and verse, as you can see right there, okay, corresponding to each one of them within the text. What it does is it leaves the text clear for preaching and teaching. The font, as you can see, is very crisp. It is line matched, which means that each line on one side matches the other line from the back page, so that minimizes also the show through and increases the readability of the text. Never mind that this paper is quite opaque, so you have very minimal, as you can see here, very minimal show through of the text from one side to the other. Now, this Bible also is a great because it does lay flat. If you go even to the beginning of this book, I don't even have to this line. This is the beginning of this right here. I'm not even in Genesis, and this cover is already laying flat. I have used this for a couple of days, but it lays flat, which is great for preaching, so you don't have to fight against it every time that you want to. For example, if you were to preach from Genesis chapter 1, as you can see, your Bible will stay flat there, so you don't have to keep something here so your cover won't close by itself. So that is an excellent feature right there, lays flat. Now, the measurements of this Bible are the dimensions basically 257 tall, that's in millimeters, 181 millimeters wide, and 41 millimeters thick, which is, in my view, you wouldn't have a problem to hold this in your hand for an extended time of time, and you won't be overwhelmed by its weight. I think you'll be able to carry this around, no problem. As you can see here, it opens up there, so that feature is great, so that the actual pages open wider and you have a flatter surface here. There you go. So it is quite flexible after a bit of usage. As you can see right here, it's it's not art gilded. There's no red or blue under the gold. It's just a plain white. That's a feature that maybe in future, hear me on this. This is a preaching Bible, or let's say a reading Bible or a study Bible that you're going to be using for teaching and studying and so forth. If you have art gild on the edges, let's say a red in this case, what's going to happen is the text, the page is going to pop up even more than it is right now, which makes it easier also to read from this. So never mind, this text is amazing, the print, the paper is great. I'm going to show you for you to compare. This is my compact single column Nkjv by Thomas Nelson that I acquired a while back. Should be doing a review on this one as well. But this one, which is gold, came like this, and I added red under the gold. Look at the difference. Because you have framed with a color these pages, the text, the page itself pops up to the eye. Basically, it makes your eye concentrate on the wider area rather than the edges. It's an effect that causes on your eye. So I know it's nice to look at, and you can choose your own color. I chose red on this one. You can still see the gold underneath when you close it. There you go. So you got, sorry now, see the gold? That's gold, and then red underneath. So what it does is it protects the page. Yes, it looks nice, but the effect to pop up this page, which is what you want to read, is I believe increases the readability and the ease of in the eye to focus on the page and the text. So imagine that applied to our Bible today. It's not a complaint, it's just something that can be done to improve even more this amazing edition. That's just my personal opinion. So it is a black letter text, so what it means is we go to the New Testament, for example Matthew, let's say 24, or it's black, there's no red letter. Some people prefer that's the case in this Bible. And let me show you that in the back, a couple of pages, here we go. It's like a lined, ruled pages for notes. See, there's no maps, there's no concordance. As you can see, it's just the text of the Bible, and then you got these pages. I suppose you can use them as a just to have extra notes there. Now, if I was to preach with this Bible, since there's no white margin in it to write anything, I would have to use something like a notebook next to it, something like this. Where you have your notes, and you can preach from your notes and read from here. Unfortunately, this edition has very thin margins, so very little room or space to even have a quotation or a note or a reference written down there. But maybe in future editions they will think about giving extra wide margin on this, or even create a wide margin edition for preachers, so we can actually write extensive notes within the margins next to each verse. Excellent for studying or teaching, I believe. So that's pretty much it. You can see here there's a synthetic liner. It's flexible, it's quite nice actually. I would prefer these liners to be leather, but I understand that because of cost or something they decided to go by this. But I'd rather pay 10-15 euro extra for a leather lined edition rather than a synthetic. But that's just me, I know sometimes you have to think about who your target, your final customer is. Now, I believe this Bible will last for a long time with fair usage. I am very happy and pleased to see how Thomas Nelson are coming up with these new editions of the New King James Version of the Bible, which we love and we were waiting for a long time. I believe if you go for this, you won't be disappointed. The text is excellent, the font, the paper, the opacity, the quality overall, the construct. It has a few things that can be improved, yes, but by no means it should retract you from actually going ahead and purchasing this Bible, the Preaching Bible by Thomas Nelson in the New King James Version of the Bible. I am very pleased with it. I thank Thomas Nelson for actually sending this out to me for a review, no strings attached. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you very soon in another review or rebind. Until then, shalom shalom.